loves, I'm Jessi Moon and this is The Melting Pot. Thank you so much for stopping by to share your energy with me. I was finally starting to get into the groove of posting more, and then I was forced to take some time off this last week because I had to have an emergency oral surgery for a wisdom tooth, so it was not fun. But now that I'm able to talk again normally and I am not quite as swollen, I really wanted to sit down and film this video for you. And today I'm going to be sharing one of my personal things that I incorporate into my daily practice. And this is something that I do daily for daily protection. This is something that all witches can use no matter what level of your craft that you're at, whether you are openly known as a witch or maybe you're practicing in the broom closet, so to speak. This is very discreet, and it is something that you can do every day. You will see that it has powerful results, and it is something that you can do each day to make yourself feel a little more protected when moving out in the world. So what I'm going to share with you today is how to make your own anointing oil for protection and how to use it. I like to do this personally. When I use it, I like to use it on all of my pulse points. So I put it on the insides of my wrists, my neck, and over my heart. But when I do it for my husband and my daughter, I always usually do their wrist. It's whatever feels best for you, whatever feels right, and you can start to incorporate that into your practice. Anointing oils can be used for many different reasons. You can use them in your rituals, you can use them every day for protection, you can use them to make oils for love, to attract money, to attract luck, whatever it may be. There is a plethora of amazing herbs and spices and plants out there that you can use and combine for many different purposes. Today, like I said, I'm going to be focusing on protection because I think it's important for all of us to have some kind of tool to use every day for protection. And some of us may not feel safe enough or okay enough to practice openly, and but still want to protect ourselves when we're moving through the world. So I can sympathize with that, and I wanted to provide something that you could utilize in a simple way no matter where you are in your craft, but to have powerful results. So what you're going to need for this, you're going to need something to hold your anointing oils in so that you can store them. I usually use little bottles like this that I picked up from the dollar store. Just something that is sealable and will hold all of your things in them without spilling out, because this is not a mess you want to have in your purse or your car or your pocket or whatever. So you're going to need something to put your oil in. The second thing that you're going to need is olive oil, and this helps to preserve the herbs if you decide to put herbs directly into your anointing oils, and you don't have to, but this will help preserve the herbs, and it also helps protect your skin from the essential oils, because when you use essential oils, it's not good to put them directly on the skin. You want to dilute them a little bit. And so that brings me to the next thing that you're going to need. Well, you don't have to use them. You don't need them. I'm using them in this spell, but I'm going to incorporate essential oils. If you don't have any essential oils, and you are able to make your own pine oil. And to do this, all I did was to gather some pine needles, and I doused them into the olive oil and allowed them to soak. And I did add a little bit of pine essential oil to this, but this is perfect for a protective oil in itself, just pine oil. The same with clove oil, and you can make it the same way. You can grind up some cloves, add it to some olive oil, and clove oil in itself can act as a protection oil. So if you don't have essential oils but you have access to pine, or if you have access to cloves, or something like that, rosemary, you can use those, and it won't be as strong of a smell maybe, but it will definitely help. And if you are hoping to have a stronger smell, it's best to use fresh herbs. But it's not necessary. If you have dried herbs, that's what I use in most of mine too, just for longevity purposes. But so you're gonna need, like I said, your container, some olive oil, and then if you have essential oils that you can work with, great. If not, if you can make some pine or clove oil, that will work as well. I also have here with me some rosemary, some clove, I have some lavender, and I have some obsidian stones that I'm going to add to it as well. Another thing that is going to be really helpful to you when doing this, especially if you're working with a small vial or container, is some kind of a funnel. I used paper funnels for the longest time for everything, but then when I started working more with oils, I realized I needed something that was a little different. So this is just a little kitchen funnel. And if you have something like this, it will come and help. If not, you're just gonna need a really steady hand. Now, these are just the herbs that I've chose to work with today. You can feel free to use any herbs that are good for protection. And if you're unfamiliar with herbs, have no fear, because I have an announcement towards the end of the video, but I will be working on something along those lines very soon. But in the meantime, all you have to do is to look up herbs for protection or herbs with protective qualities. So today I chose cloves, lavender, and rosemary. Rosemary is a great step-in for almost any herb. It's very versatile. It can be used as a substitute in many different ways, so it's a great one to have a lot of. I always try to keep rosemary on hand. And then, like I said, I have obsidian. These are all just my choices. Whatever feels right to you for your protection oil. Whatever calls to you. These, like I said, are just an example. I will be using some of my homemade pine oil, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of eucalyptus essential oil for cleansing, and it also adds a little bit to the scent. And that's another reason why I love this, is because it kind of doubles as, you know, a aromatherapy or a perfume or a cologne even. You can wear it, and you kind of have that scent with you all through the day, reminding you of your protection. And that's another thing that I love about making these oils. So the first thing that I like to add is my olive oil. And then I'm gonna go ahead, secondly, smells like the forest. Secondly, I'm gonna add my pine oil. And then finally, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my eucalyptus oil. Then you can begin to add your herbs. And remember, anytime you're working with herbs or any ingredients in spell work, it is so important to state your intention and to tell them what their job is. So when you add the lavender, you say, lavender for protection. When you add the obsidian, you say obsidian to block the negative energy. When you add the cloves, again, clove for protection. And our rosemary. Rosemary to protect me. Add your lid and give it a good shake so the herbs will get all mixed in. And then I like to say a blessing over it, just kind of in a way to activate it. Or you can breathe a breath of life, which I do in a lot of my bottle spells, and that's when you just kind of shield and protect me all night and day. This is my will, so may it stay. And there you have it. A protection oil that you can use every day, anywhere, and nobody will know. But now for applying it, how do we use it? Every morning when I apply it, like I said, I apply it to my pulse points and over my heart. But what do? You can use sigils if you choose. You can make your own sigil for protection to draw on yourself with your protection oil, or you can incorporate runes. For me, I like to incorporate the Algiz rune because it symbolizes protection and courage. And that's one that I felt was really good and really appropriate for this. But if you don't work with runes, like I said, any symbol of protection for you, whether it is a personal sigil or something else that resembles protection to you, you can draw that onto yourself. And then you will go throughout the day knowing that you're protected. And like I said, every now and then you'll catch that scent, and it's just a little reminder all through the day that your spells, they're working, protecting you and guiding you. I hope you enjoy your protection oil. And now that we're done with that, I can tell you the announcement I was getting to. And that is, I've decided that once a month I'm going to start posting, and I haven't decided exactly what day each month yet, so to be announced. But I've decided that I'm going to be doing a beginner's guide each month, once a month, on a new topic. I've been asking people on Reddit, baby witches and witches from all paths, what's hard to find info on? What do you want to learn more about? So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. But I'm really excited. I think it'll be a really fun project to work on, but I think it'll be really useful too. And when I say beginner's guide, I don't mean strictly for people who are in the beginning of their craft, just a beginner to whatever topic we are addressing that month. These installments will be longer videos because I want to do like in-depth breakdowns on these topics. So things like manifestation, sigils, shadow work, ceremonial magic, rituals, spell work, spell crafting, casting a circle, things like that. I want to do a beginner's guide. I intend for these guides to just be a way for you to get your information from one source all in one place, to sit down, to learn about whatever topic it may be. And when you leave, I want you to go away feeling like you really understand the topic. And I think that this will be a really useful tool for a lot of people. So if you have any suggestions, things that you want to learn more about, things that are hard to find information on, and if I personally don't know these things yet, I have plenty of friends within the witching community that I'm sure I can consult with and still be able to provide a good breakdown for you. So let me know in the comments down below what you want to see, what you want to learn more about, what's hard to find. I really am excited to work on this for you. Again, I want to thank you so much for stopping by to share your energy with me today. It means the most to me. And I'm just feeling really excited about where this channel is going to go and all the new witches that I've got to talk to and growing it. It's just been a really beautiful experience for me. So thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your journey and for you to be a part of mine and to share your energy here with me. I appreciate it so much. If you could, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't. It really does help so much and I appreciate it. And I think that covers it today. So until next time, bless.